Hey, what's up, everybody? And welcome back to Thoughts to Think About. I'm Liz.
I'm Efrain.
And I'm me. No, sorry.
We've got some thoughts for you.
I'm Reid.
I don't want to know why.
I wish we could just. I wish we could just like remove him from the episode.
The whole episode.
Already. We got some thoughts for y'all to think about today. Yeah, Reid is still. Just to let you in, this is some inside baseball sort of situation. We're recording 2 episodes today, and so we recorded last week's episode, which if you're still listening to this podcast and you did listen to last week's episode, man, you're really sticking around. So you're a real one. So thanks for coming back. But Reid is still dealing with his root canal face right now, and so Reid may still
disregard the tooth pain. His root canal.
It's his face. Yeah, it's the face. Yeah, so he may still sound like he's speaking through clenched teeth. May bite his bite the side of his lip or something. I don't know.
Well, that was an awkward introduction. And it probably shouldn't have been.
It probably shouldn't have been awkward. That brings me to a great topic of conversation. Great job, Reid. Great transition.
Well done.
Sometimes there are awkward moments, and it shouldn't be that awkward.
It's like things that cause you some slight embarrassment that really shouldn't. It kind of sparked. I am trying to do a lot better about bringing my lunch and not like buying food all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But there's something about a grown woman walking around
with a
her
lunch kit
that just really like,
for sure.
Nobody look at me.
That's the thing. That's what sparked the conversation.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
That's what sparked it for sure.
Like, why am I embarrassed by this?
Yeah,
for sure.
That's why I try to look for lunch kits that don't look like a lunch kit.
Not Efrain.
But
Efrain don't
they're
care.
not cute.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
They're not cute. I have one that's like black with white polka dots. Like that's for sure a lunch kit. And then I'm a big bag
There
person.
are designs that are just, lunch kit designs.
Yeah. But one of my favorites, because the way it's shaped, your wife gave it to me. It is like floral. It's very pretty, but it has like tiny little hedgehogs hidden.
Yeah.
And it's so cute. But it's like, oh, she's for sure carrying a lunch kit.
Yeah, I kind of swing the opposite way with the lunch kit situation, because I think if you're going to carry a lunch kit, you're rocking the lunch kit. So you got to just go all out. So the lunch kit that I have, technically it's my wife. She bought it, but she doesn't ever use it. She has a different lunch kit that's like less lunch kit looking. I mean, it looks like a lunch kit, but it's purple. This one, the one that I use, is a hedgehog, and it looks like a hedgehog.
It's like the belly. It's like laying on its back.
It's
really cute.
It's like the whole front of it is just a hedgehog.
It's probably in the fridge right now.
I think it's at home actually.
Oh, okay.
But yeah. It is a hedgehog, and it looks like a hedgehog, and it looks like a little kid lunch kit, pretty much. And so, the only problem with it's a good lunch kit. The only problem with it is that it's kind of small. I need
because it's made
more
for
space.
a child.
It's probably made for a child, but Meredith bought it, so I was like, I'll just use this thing. So whatever, I'm rocking it.
Yeah.
So like, if I had a metal lunch kit, I would rock that.
Metal lunch kit?
Yeah, like a metal, like tin,
old school.
Like
lunch
you're
pail.
going to work in the coal mines?
Yeah. Why not? That'd be cool.
Like kindergarten kids, they have like
Superman
boxes,
on it. Yeah.
Little.
What?
You don't know what I'm talking about?
I know. I just I've not seen a metal lunch kit probably ever in my entire life.
In your actual life?
Yeah, real life.
I've seen them.
Cloth.
I don't think I ever had one, but Reid, did you ever have a metal lunch kit?
I believe so. Yeah.
See, I don't know that I did, but I saw them up all the time.
They just don't work that good.
Yeah, they kind of suck.
They ain't good working.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I had friends that had metal lunch kits, and
we would be sent to school with a paper bag if my parents had money to buy them, or like a Kroger bag.
Yeah,
definitely rocking the Kroger bag.
That's worse.
I was gonna say I live close to work, so I go home for lunch quite a bit. But when I do bring my lunch, it's just like Walmart grocery bag, just bundled it up, tied it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, sometimes that's what I'm rocking, and who cares?
When I was in seminary, I would have to bring my lunch, and I had a Raisin Cane's lunch kit.
What?
Huh?
Yeah,
huh?
it was a red circle lunch kit that was insulated with a strap, like an over the shoulder strap. That said Raisin Cane's on it because we had a ping pong tournament here at the church. and third place won a Raising Cane's gift basket, which was basically just a Raising Cane's lunch kit with like a $25 coupon in it.
Okay.
And so that was like, it was sponsored by somebody. So
that's kind of cool though.
Yeah. And so I used it for a long, long time.
Where'd it go?
I think I finally broke it. Like I used it a lot.
I don't know that I've seen that.
But it's like, it's kind of embarrassing to be walking around like promoting some like fast food chain. Like,
well, you're promoting freaking Captain America right now. And
a chupacabra.
The chupacabras right now. So, I mean, how you feel about that?
Who are from
I'm
Planet
promoting
Earth.
the Astros. I'm basically and the Nike. I'm basically a walking billboard.
And Oxy.
And Oxy.
No, you don't have Oxy.
Yeah, not this year. Yeah.
Oh my god.
No, the Oxy patch for the what? You think it's the drug?
Like
What do you think my brain's gonna go to? You yell and Oxy.
I think most people think of something else. They don't go to the drug immediately,
No.
Liz.
Well, the Astros have the giant.
I know. I had no idea what that was.
Yeah, it's a oil company. Like
Not all of
petroleum.
us have a life, like a history of a hard life on drugs. Okay.
On Oxy.
Yeah.
That's your life, right?
How many times
tell
did
the
you do
story.
Oxy?
How many times?
Tell
kidding.
us.
Don't answer that.
I should incriminate myself.
Good point. Good point.
Mom,
Statute of
turn
limitations.
this off.
So here's another one. So this is kind of the opposite, maybe potentially, of like an embarrassing moment that shouldn't be embarrassing. When you walk into school with like McDonald's, or you got your Raising Cane's or whatever it is. You walk into school with some fast food for lunch, like you had to go to a doctor's appointment, or
that wasn't
you
really
went to the
awkward.
dentist. Yeah, it's like
And
the
everyone
opposite though.
stares at you.
Yeah, it's like the best.
Or like you're like flexing on everybody.
Oh yeah, huge flex. Yeah,
You hold it out like
you're like, I got my McDonald's.
Look at it.
Right. I was gonna say so I go meet with somebody on campus at Houston Christian University like every week, and I just feel awkward being on campus as an alumni, as not an employee, just being on campus, and I don't belong there. Like I feel like I don't belong anymore. It's like I'm just walking around like every person that walks past me is like, what's this old guy doing?
Yeah. Yeah.
Old man.
Another one that shouldn't be embarrassing, but it's when you go bowling and then you've bowled and then the walk back
from bowling.
Like, it's so like
right.
I don't know what it is. Like nobody look at me. Like I don't have anything to say, but I feel like I have to have something to say, and I go, "Oh man!"
It's just like everybody. It's like everybody just watched you be really vulnerable with like your body, because like
skill
you have
and,
to
like-
do
Yeah.
like you have to contort yourself in an awkward way, and you're just
Right.
like, ah. And then you're just
usually
like,
how you sound.
oh,
when you're
did you
bowling?
guys see that? Oh, yeah, but it's really awkward if you don't hit a strike.
Yeah, right.
Because then you're like,
Like if you were bad, you
Right.
bowled really poorly, you walk back and you're like,
Oopsies.
so you guys weren't
Yeah.
watching, right?
yeah, right.
Have y'all ever been to Topgolf before?
Oh, of course.
Oh boy, have I?
Well, I feel like that entire process of like getting up there, waving your club over the sensor, waiting for the ball, trying to pick the ball up and put it on the tee. Oh, you missed the tee. Oh, you can put it back on the tee. And then you hit, I feel like
And
that
you
entire process.
You finally
And you
swing and
miss
you
the-
dink it off of the.
It's just so embarrassing. It's too much. It's too much.
Yeah, I could see that, especially, and I'm really bad at it. So it's kind of one of those. It's a phenomenon, I think, that when I go to Topgolf, I'm either really good or really bad, and it's kind of dependent on like swing to swing. It's like
Yep.
Nothing's consistent.
it's not consistent at all. So I'll go up there and I'll just like smack one. And it's like, oh, that felt so good. Let me do it
150
again.
yards?
Do it
Oh,
again.
yeah.
Total
Miss.
whiff. Total whiff. Yeah, absolute. Like my back hurts. I'm like, oh, what
What
I
is
do?
consistent is I can't get the stupid ball on the freaking tee, so I just
I don't have that
do it
problem.
anymore. I just put it on the little turf.
On the turf.
Do you really?
Yeah, I don't pick it up.
So you're probably smacking that grass though. No.
Yeah.
You're come on. You're
I'm
smacking
that
chomping at
grass.
it.
Dang it, Reid.
You said it first.
I know.
What did you say?
Nothing.
I know.
I was laughing.
Don't worry about it.
So what else is embarrassing with
Dadgummit.
that shouldn't
You
be?
have to tell me when we're done recording.
What else is embarrassing?
I'm
that
lost
shouldn't be?
to all-
Holding the door open when somebody is just a little bit
From a
too far
distance.
from you.
It's being the person that's a little too far from the door.
No, go on without me.
I held it. This happened last week. I was holding the door. Someone was a little bit too far. Like, if I closed it, it was going to be so rude. And then they're walking, and I go, hey, don't feel like you have to speed up to make this less awkward. Like, I won't stare at you. And she goes, oh, my God, thank you.
You just hold the door, like, looking into the sky.
I just looked at my phone.
No,
It's fine.
I'm holding the door, but I don't want to look at you.
Take your time. Take your time. It's fine. It's fine.
Well,
That's hilarious.
When I went to the dentist, today.
What? This is his whole personality for the next week.
Hey, guys. Did you know I've been to the dentist
I had a
couple
root canal,
times.
actually. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I've been a few times now. So
Next to pizza in.
it's really expensive. So I went to the dentist. They have a lunch break and then they get back at 1. And so like I'm standing there and I'm waiting for them to open the door. And then another guy comes and he's standing there. And then another lady comes and she's standing there. And then like one of the nurses, the dental assistants comes and they unlock the door and they open it. And so the guy goes in first, and then I grab the door and I hold it for the lady, and she's like, "Oh, thank you." And then I go in, and then she's like wanting me to get in line in front of her, and I'm like, "No, it's like if I get in line in front of you now, it's like undercutting holding the door open for you, right?" So it's like, "Oh yeah, you can go in first, but you can't be in line first."
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Right. It's like,
No. Yeah, exactly.
I was like, "No, you could go." She's like, "No, you were here first." It's like, I don't want to stand here and argue with you though, because if I stand here and argue with you, then it's like also it's like it's a lose-lose situation.
It feels like Seinfeld or like a Curb Your Enthusiasm moment where it's like no, just go, because like I feel like Costanza would stand there and argue with the
he'd be like no, you're stealing from me by making me go in front of you.
exactly. So yeah, no, I don't know. I'll hold the door open for as long as is necessary. You know what I mean? But like sometimes it'll happen. Does that ever happen where it's like a line of people just like coming in
stuck.
and you're like, okay, all right, I got you. The best is because the next person that is like, no, I got the door, and you're like, all right, tight.
Yeah,
it's your mantle now. You pass it down. So,
it's true.
It's the savior of the moment.
The savior of the moment. I feel like the other one, which I don't think everyone will fully understand. It's like right before church starts and the band is up on the stage and
like everybody's waiting for it.
Everyone's waiting and they're like staring at you, but the timer's not done. So we operate off of a timer. So the timer's not done. Like I can't start playing yet. But then like it happened this past Sunday. People start standing up and I'm like, I'm not playing. And you're like waiting for it, and I just kind of like turn sideways, like I can't look at them anymore.
Yeah,
you just point at the timer on the screen. You just like still 45 seconds.
Savvy.
You still
45
got time.
seconds.
You still got time.
This is my time.
Yeah, on Sunday our click tracks got messed up. Sunday morning, I think the audio routing was switched. It's really simple kind of switch. But we use tracks on Sunday morning just because it's nice. It keeps you in time, and it adds some extra stuff that we don't have on stage. When you got a small church, it's kind of nice. I definitely like keeping the click in there because it makes it just makes you better. Like it just you're a better musician if you can play to a click. And so anyway, our tracks weren't like routed right, and so Jake goes to my brother goes to start it on the drums, and it doesn't. Or we don't hear it, and I actually was like fiddling with my little wireless thing, so I didn't know if it was on or not. And so he's like, "Oh, it's not working." And so then lights come up, as the timer, is ending, so the lights are up, and then it's like, "Oh shoot!" And so I'm like going back there. I just always like, again, that's definitely an awkward moment, but you just gotta like power through it because like, oh well, it is what it is. So I'm just back there. We switch it, and then we switch it over, and then I'm just like, hey, what's up, everybody? Come on,
Welcome back to that.
Welcome back to Let's Think About. Welcome back to that. Because it's like you just gotta move. You just gotta keep moving. Like, oh well, like it is what it is. You know, that's kind of I think that's the key with most like embarrassing, awkward situations.
Just keep it going.
You just gotta keep going. And maybe it's just because we're like three awkward people generally. That like we feel really.
Speak for yourself.
Oh, well, okay.
I'm not awkward.
I've never been awkward at all.
I've never even claimed to be awkward.
Fine. Speaking as an awkward person, I'll let the comments tell y'all. No, I'm just kidding.
What comments? Hey, if you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to comment on this video.
Really? God. It's just Jonathan trolling at the
He's
time.
like, yeah, here's my ranking of the awkwardness of the podcast.
Of the episode. The awkwardness of the episode. What's another good thing?
Oh, man.
That's awkward. I
I
don't know. I
think
feel like,
it's if you use a shared microwave at work, and then you microwave your food,
Okay.
and then other people are waiting for you, but like that, I don't know. It just happens so often that I'm just like, oh, sorry, I'm using it. I haven't got another minute, and they just like stand there, like
Right. Like, you feel bad for using the microwave.
right.
But, like, it's not their microwave.
But then, right, but then you like pull it out, and your food's not
It's
ready
not
yet.
ready,
and
but
you're like,
oh, it's good.
Sorry.
I'm actually so sorry.
No, I would probably just eat it.
Yeah,
cold.
just
be like,
it's fine.
this is going to be really awkward if I say that I have to use it again for another 2.5 minutes. So,
And then just run back later.
okay, cheers, bye. Or you just be like, smells like popcorn.
That's for you, Jonathan.
That was not a good insert of a
Someone
joke
needs
at
to
all. It
clean
was just bad.
because they smell like popcorn.
I blame my teeth are starting to hurt now. So I blame that. I'm just not thinking.
You're gonna survive. You're gonna make it through this episode. At
Did
least.
you guys know that I went to the dentist
Oh
today?
God, not again. You know what's really awkward when you repeat things you've said before.
Uh-huh.
You know.
But
So
that is
awkward.
like when someone straight up calls you out and they're like, "You've told me that
You already
story."
said that. Yeah, right. So you're telling a story and somebody calls you out and they say that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, how's that make you feel?
I don't know how does that make you feel. You've experienced it a few times.
It makes me feel like an absolute idiot
Yeah.
when that happens, because it's like basically what happened. What I'm telling myself is like, I'm telling a story and Efrain's like, oh, you actually told me that before, and I'm like, oh crap. Like, now they think that I don't care about our interactions, so like I forget what I tell them, or they think I'm so one-dimensional that I only have like one story to tell, and I tell that one story to everybody, and then I just recycle that story a million times.
Yeah.
But
you
then on
guys-
the flip side, if someone tells me the same story a million times, I'm like, oh my gosh. Like,
And that's why I
just
just let it
zone out.
happen. Yeah, I just let it happen because it's like, I'm just gonna send somebody spiraling. If I call them out on it, I have the potential to send somebody spiraling
Right.
if I call them out
I
on it.
hold the power.
Yeah,
All
you
of
really
it.
do. And oh well.
Yeah,
I
don't-
do worry about that though. Like, I'm worried that people are gonna think that I like just totally forget about our interactions or like like I have nothing better to tell you than this one thing I've already told you before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One thing I have learned in my olden years is like people don't think about you as much as you think they think about you.
For sure.
So like
no, there's no
it-
way.
Reid would say something stupid
all
like
right,
that.
big face. No one thinks about you the way
Nobody's
that
thinking
you.
about your big face.
the way
It hurts
that
so
you-
bad.
Stop talking.
Yeah, shut up, man. Just shut up. We already told you. Oh my gosh.
But like my shirt the other day was a little wrinkly, and my
Everybody, I walked in, everybody was like, oh my God, wrinkly shirt.
Hey, what up, wrinkly
I pulled it
shirt?
straight from the dryer that had been in there for a couple days because I hadn't folded my clothes.
Oh, yeah.
And so I had taken a picture of it and I sent it to my best friend. It's like, is this too wrinkled? She goes, no one cares. All right, bet.
True friend right
she,
there.
she didn't say, no, it's not too wrinkly. She just said, no one cares.
She's telling you that, yes, it is wrinkly, but you shouldn't care at all.
Yeah,
That's so
basically.
funny. I almost put on these shorts. They're white, but they were like in the. Yeah, they're nice. They're kind of like a linen. Yeah, it's super comfy. Like best summer shorts that I have. They're the best. You'll see them. You'll
What are
see
you,
them
like
this summer.
some Greek beach dweller? What are,
Actually, I am. So, but they were left in the dryer too long, so they're stupid wrinkly.
Yes.
I'm going to the Astros game, and I was like, Meredith, are these too wrinkly? And she maybe isn't a true friend because she was like, oh yeah, for sure too wrinkly. But no, she's trying to make sure that I'm like,
Right.
looking out of the
Yeah.
house,
Well, I asked
coming out
my-
of the house looking good, and I'm like representing her as well. You
Right.
know, so like she's like, I'm not looking with
Get it
these-
right.
this clown with his wrinkly shorts.
I did ask my wife for fashion advice this morning
Oh,
Good for you. Can you?
because I'm wearing my gray chinos, and I was
okay.
like, they feel
Those
like
are pants. If you don't know that, I didn't
Chino
know that
pants.
until I looked.
see how fashiony
down.
I am.
chino pants.
So I was like, they feel like they are supposed to be like kind of dressy, But I was like, is it okay if I wear like just this T-shirt with these gray chinos? And she was like, that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I was like, well, can I wear black tennis shoes with that? She was like, I don't see why not. I was like, okay. I was like second guessing everything.
That's one of those things about
For the dentist?
No, I was having lunch with a friend I hadn't seen since college. So
Oh, gotcha.
so you were like, I gotta look good.
Well, it's like-
look good.
So t-shirt, chinos, black tennis shoes.
well,
Chupacabra.
no, like well, I
Cherry
got
on
this
top.
after the dentist,
Oh,
so
okay.
for the pod.
For the pod.
For
This
you
is the
guys.
pod.
God.
What?
Keep going.
Wait, did you go to the dentist?
Yeah. No,
Actually.
I was gonna say there's something that's awkward that I feel like shouldn't be is like anytime someone comes over to your house, it's just like
Yeah.
like when they first come over,
Yeah.
you're just like even like
Hey.
my friend Jonathan. I've known Jonathan for like I don't know 15 years
Since
or something
you,
like that,
Jonathan.
right? And it's like Jonathan comes over and I'm like, all right, I got to clean up a little bit. I got to like entertain like. You need something, you know, like, well, let's do something to get like we don't like we could just sit down and chill. Like I don't have to be like on my game, you know, like I
It
don't
feels like to be a good host, you have to like overwhelm them with like things.
Do you want
to
some water
do
here? Let
or-
me
yeah.
pick you up and put you on the couch for you.
Can I
walk-
take your hat, sir?
Can I walk you to the bathroom? I'll wash your hands for you. Yeah,
Here, let me raise the lid.
yeah. It just feels like you just have to like do everything for them when they walk in your house. Like,
Yeah, for sure.
yeah, I'm the servant now.
Which
Like,
there is
yeah.
some level of like hospitality that you want to show to
Yeah.
people, but then at a certain point you become like our in-laws at one point where like you guys are like not guests anymore, not in a bad way, but like just do whatever you want. Like
Just get a drink. What like
yeah,
just go
do your own thing. Like we're not
There's food here. Just
Yeah.
eat it. Yeah,
like our hospitality to you is that you can just treat this like your house.
Right,
You know.
right.
So
yeah. Were you laughing at me because I just had I went
You
high pitched?
Yeah. But like, I just couldn't get past it.
Well, is it awkward? Is it awkward when you make a sound and then people laugh at you instead of just like react? You know, like the.
Can you stop making every moment that we have the awkward one?
Is it awkward when
No, it is
on a
awkward.
podcast people call you out for something? You just-
Why did we even start this then? I thought that was the whole point.
no, but
It's-
making sounds and people making fun of you, or like just making sounds and people like reacting to them is kind of
In like a weird way, yeah,
Right,
like
right.
that you don't expect.
yeah.
I have a good or bad. I got a habit of like mocking the sounds that people make.
Yeah.
Oh, do you? That's okay. I have a habit of just saying stupid stuff. So.
I have a habit of going to the dentist.
But like I don't do it to everybody. I will like there's like a safe list of people that I'll do it to. But my niece who's 4,
She's on the list. Oh no,
I mean she's family.
your poor niece.
Your niece just like hits her head. She goes, ow. And Liz just goes, ow.
Loser.
I don't know what show she's watched or what, but when she talks, she goes, "Yeah, over there." She always adds that like weird inflection. And so yesterday, when we were all together, she really wanted ice cream, and she just kept saying, "Mom, can I have ice cream? Can I have ice cream? Mom, can I have ice cream?" And I'm just like, "Can she have ice cream?" And my whole family erupted. And my niece looked at me and she goes, "That's not nice." And I was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry."
I'm so glad she called you out
Betrayed
on
a
that.
4-year-old.
Jeez. I like how she like called you out too.
Yeah.
Like, just
Yeah.
real straightforward. Whoa, that was not cool. Really not cool.
I thought we were
Not
friends.
cool.
Not cool.
That was not nice.
I hope she doesn't listen to this episode.
We're sorry.
You get a podcast on your iPad.
You don't listen to podcasts.
Yeah. If you want, you can find it on the Apple Podcast app,
Also on Spotify,
Spotify, and
Amazon.
We are literally
RSS
available
feeds.
everywhere.
Everywhere. You can listen to us everywhere.
What else was embarrassing
Mm.
but shouldn't have been when we were playing D&D that last campaign?
Just the whole
But
thing.
like start to finish.
D&D in
But
general.
like when people would get into their characters, I
Yeah.
feel like everyone was a little like, "Ugh," I don't, like, I want to, but I don't, and then I do, but I don't. And we hit, like, the beginning was real uncomfortable until Efrain would, like, full send, and then everyone was like, okay, I'll do it a little bit. So bad.
That's why when we're doing stuff like that, I just have to, like, just really go for it, because then it gets people a little bit more comfortable with it.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And so
you gotta really lean in.
You just got to lean in, and then it's better. It's a little embarrassing, but probably shouldn't be, is starting a podcast, It's
maybe it should be embarrassing. Maybe less people should do it.
When people discover your podcast. Yeah.
Well, that's like because just by the very nature of doing it, you kind of want people to discover it, right?
Right.
Yeah.
But then you have the conversations where it's like, oh, I didn't actually want to talk to people about the podcast.
Well, you found the podcast? Oh.
Well, it's not everybody.
Right. But last summer or summer before last, I guess last summer, I had just people on our staff coming up to me and they're like, really? Sock, shoe? And I was like, oh, I am your boss. Like, can you not attack me right now? Get
Off
out of
the
my
clock,
life.
you can say that, but not right now.
Don't you dare. Don't you dare.
It was just so, like, there was nothing that led up to it. It was like, hey, we found your pot. No. Sock, shoe, really?
Right. Yeah, and if you're listening and you think, wow, I can't believe you hate us, it's not that we don't want to talk to you about the podcast.
No.
It's just so surprising, I think, for the most part.
Caught off guard. And I don't want my only interactions with people in my life to be, oh, you were talking about this on your podcast. Oh, podcast this, podcast that, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because then inevitably I'm going to tell the same story I told on the podcast. And then it's going to be a little embarrassing,
in real life. Yeah.
And then I'm going to mock you and you're like, I said
I'm going to be like, that's not cool.
I went to the dentist.
Dang it, Reid.
If I could have timed that better,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I really am going to go do a lot of drugs right now. So
Go ice your face.
See you next time.